Robert, we've been communicating for a long time now about the need for small businesses to get help for cyber and data protection. What attracted you to our program?
Yes, Charlie, we have both been looking at that. I guess like your organization, USTelecom has a responsibility to support small and mid-sized businesses. Many of our members are in that small size category, although we do have mid-sized members and global members as well. We share the interest of the American Small Business Development Centers in increasing awareness and providing direction to this segment. The SBDC messages to millions of companies and the hundreds of thousands of companies you actively engage with aligns with this responsibility. Clearly, having 4,000 business advisors to help with awareness of critical information and responsibility to protect is a powerful channel. The approach of utilizing the model of the Department of Defense embodied in the North Star CMM to protect information provides the foundation for direction without prescription and can be implemented in a cost-effective manner.
Yeah. So yeah, to be clear, like our role really is some people kind of think that it's really expansive, but it's simple. Our role is to help the small businesses really realize that they do have critical information. Everybody does. It's not just the Defense Department. It's not just the federal contractors. Everybody in every business has critical information, and that so to help them be aware of that and then help them incorporate that into their daily walk. So this is something that we need to be considering every day in what we're doing. So we're trying to make this simple for them to understand, just like we help small businesses set up generally accepted accounting principles through bookkeeping. We're using the cybersecurity maturity model as the foundation to do generally accepted cyber principles so that they can incorporate that into business and have good discipline in their business. We spoke recently about Cybersecurity Month, and we kind of joked about it a little bit, that everybody is competing for eyes in October for cybersecurity. And at the end of the month, you missed it, or you wait till next year. So I'm really excited that we're talking about cybersecurity seasons, cybersecurity and data protection seasons. So we're thinking about this all the time. And what are your plans to help support our cybersecurity and data protection seasons?
Yeah, like I would say, like you, Charlie, we think this is really important, and we'll be making USTelecom subject matter experts available to introduce each of the seasons and draw attention to the themes like, quote, springing forward with cyber awareness, end quote. Our experts will also support you as needed in other activities. We're very much aware of the increase of volume and types of threats to small businesses. If there's anything we can do to help business take advantage of this initiative, we would just ask you to let us know, and we'll be as much of service as we can to your organization.
Oh, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that, and really appreciate your dedication to this mission. It's been obvious since I've known you that you are. And one of the most important things that we've found as we go through this is that we really do need to make the messaging simple to organizations. They have a lot of voices speaking at them. They don't have a lot of time, and we need to point out things that are actionable to them. So that's one of the reasons why we called our program the North Star. It's a direction. We all need a direction. We see a lot of information out there that's good information, but there's no direction. So it's confusing to any businesses. So this model provides that direction, and we're really excited about that. So the other thing I wanted to ask you about, Robert, is your survey. I know that you've released it, or you're about to release it. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So we just released the first critical infrastructure survey of cybersecurity for small and medium businesses. A few of the findings, which I think we think are significant. One is when we asked to indicate whether cybersecurity is a very high priority within the organization, 50% of board members, CEOs, C-suite execs said yes, but only 26% of employees viewed it as a high priority. That's an important gap that needs to be addressed. And even 50% is a number that probably needs to be increased as well. on the part of top management. The survey reveals that 75% of critical infrastructure SMBs experienced at least once a breach once in their company history, and 45%, close to half, in the past year. We are also encouraged that 74% completed a cyber risk assessment within the past 12 months. And the survey found that organizations that conduct such risk assessments improves preparedness, confidence to withstand and recover from an attack, and increases customer trust. These organizations report that they're more likely to, for example, outsource cybersecurity. They are aware of the types of attacks that they've been hit with, including phishing, social engineering, malware, ransomware, spyware, email fraud, unauthorized use of computers by external organizations, and DDoS attacks. One other important finding from the survey is the high cost associated with the breach. On average, customers spend $170,000 to resolve a cyber breach. 59% reporting that the breach stopped daily productivity, 46% reporting that they lost customers, and on average, it took 7.5 months to fully recover. Not surprisingly, companies are significantly more likely to implement important protections following a breach, a trend that held across organizations of all sizes, revenues, and across all critical infrastructure sectors. These companies spend more on cybersecurity as a percentage of IT. Those who have been breached, 31% of their IT budget, versus others who have not been breached at 22%. Higher likelihood among those who've been breached to purchase cyber insurance, higher likelihood to revisit policies and procedures, and to complete cyber risk assessments. So basically what that tells us is that bad events result in improved behaviors, not dissimilar to a homeowner installing an alarm system after a burglary. Where we need to get to is a proactive mindset where these actions and behaviors are modified in advance of the attacks. And that's something we're hoping by working with your organization, we can help instill that change in corporate culture.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So obviously the information is really valuable to us for all small business to understand. It doesn't matter what their size is really, and even the markets that they serve, right? They're all, everybody, it's important to everybody to consider these concepts that you have in here, that the survey really underpins the need to take threats to the critical infrastructure particularly seriously. Most small businesses have very little room to absorb any daily productivity loss, right? So they can't be down for a day or two. It's just too difficult, and they certainly can't afford most of them can't afford, don't have extra money sitting around to absorb the cost of the breach itself. It'd be catastrophic and to their sustainability. So we've essentially we have an essential responsibility to help businesses understand the concept of critical information, explain why they need to protect it, and provide a direction forward as we've articulated in our North Star program.
Yeah, I think, Charlie, it might be helpful for you to talk a little bit about the North Star
Sure.
CMM and what your objectives are there.
Yeah, so we're recognizing this confusion for any size businesses and the need for a direction. We're really excited that the Defense Department came up with what they're calling the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. As we utilize it, we dropped the last C because we think that the certification process is a separate business decision. Our role is to help companies be illuminated to understand the need to protect information and have that path. So that as we move forward in our support of that, then other companies like yourself, your members, all the different product and services companies can align to the model itself, so that when we condition the market essentially to use that model, they can go to these organizations, and that friction is reduced between them as they talk with other people, because the other people understand the model. We're providing the clarifications that are found in the CMMC, they're in business language, so that the business stakeholders understand what to do. They really don't many of them don't understand how to do it. So as long as they know what to do and they have the common direction, then they can engage with these other businesses to help them. Now, we're called out in the CARES Act to protect help small businesses protect intellectual property of small businesses and help them with continuity of operations. So this all fits in really well with all that.
Yeah. Look, US Telecom is really excited to be part of this, and we look forward to working with you and helping small businesses around the country to improve their posture. You know, we're excited about supporting this particular initiative because we think it's something that can move the needle. Your exceptional reach and your relationship with businesses from a business perspective orientation, I think it's going to make it a lot easier for these companies to understand what the risk is and to get into the mindset of risk management. So we look forward to bringing into cyber awareness with you and your team, Charlie, and thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you so much too. And we look forward to working with you further. Thank you.